Hello, neighbors. I'm David Holt, and welcome to Fire on the Mountain. I'm here with my good friends Phil and Gay Johnson. We're going to sing an old-time song for you we learned from the Blue Sky Boys, Bill and Earl Bullock. We want to send it out to them right now. This was recorded back in the 1930s called S-A-V-E-D.
Here we go.
Some folks jump up and down all night and D-A-N-C-E, while others go to church to show the brand new H-A-T. And on their face they put great gobs of P-A-I-N-T. And then they'll have the brass to say they're S-A-V-E-D. It's G-L-O-R-Y to know that I'm S-A-V-E-D. I'm H-A-P-P-Y because I'm F-R-E-E. I once was B-O-U-N-D with the chains of S-I-N. But it's V-I-C-T-O-R-Y to know I've Christ within. I know some girls in our town who are so N-I-C-E. They do their hair in the latest style, that's B-O-B-E-D. They go to parties every night, drink W-I-N-E. And then they'll have the brass to say they're S-A-V-E-D. It's G-L-O-R-Y to know that I'm S-A-V-E-D. I'm H-A-P-P-Y because I'm F-R-E-E. I once was B-O-U-N-D with the chains of S-I-N. But it's V-I-C-T-O-R-Y to know I've Christ within. I've seen some boys lean back and puff their S-M-O-K-E, while others chew and spit out all their J-U-I-C-E. They play the cards and shoot the guns and drink their P-O-P. And then they'll have the brass to say they're S-A-V-E-D. It's G-L-O-R-Y to know that I'm S-A-V-E-D. I'm H-A-P-P-Y because I'm F-R-E-E. I once was B-O-U-N-D with the chains of S-I-N. But it's V-I-C-T-O-R-Y to know I've Christ within. All right. Now stay with us. We've got Bill Harrell and the Virginians. Welcome back to the stomping ground in Maggie Valley, North Carolina. For over a decade, Bill Harrell was one of the partners with Don Reno, one of the truly great acts of bluegrass music. But that's only part of a career in bluegrass that spanned over 40 years, and he just keeps getting better. Please make welcome Bill Harrell and the Virginians.
Virgil closed the cabin door and stood out in the deep and falling snow. Virginia lay upon her bed, crying to her husband, please don't go. I need you here to help me have our baby, and the time is near, you know. I fear you'll never make it to the doctor in the cold and falling snow. But he knew that he must leave her, or at last the one he loved would surely die. So he started down the mountain, as her cries were laying heavy on his mind. The wind was blowing stronger, freezing snow was falling all around. Virgil's love for Virginia was too great to let the weather get him down. He made it 5 more miles to the house where he knew he'd find Doc Brown. But when the morning came, the doctor found him lying cold upon the ground. In the snow her name was written. It was the last thing Virgil did before he died. The doctor started up the mountain to the cabin in search of Virgil's bride. When he reached the cabin, he found Virginia lying on her bed, The tears the doctor cried to her was all that ever needed to be said. But a baby lay beside her. Virginia knew she'd see her man no more. She whispered, little Virgil, Daddy's gone on now to God's great golden shore. But he knew that he must leave her, or perhaps the one he loved would surely die. Now he's way up on the mountain, in heaven with the angels in the sky. Thanks very much. Boy, it's great to be back on Fire on the Mountain. Darrell Sanders introduced us with a homemade Bill Harrell song, Do You Remember? A young man and an older one were walking by the river. They were walking where they once had been some 20 years ago. Everything was much the same, and their minds were filled with memories. The young man broke the silence he loved so. Do you remember sitting on this very rock while fishing? Do you remember all the good old stories you would tell to me? Yes, I remember, for time has placed its hand upon my shoulder, and I know how sweet a memory can be. The sun shone on the two of them as they talked for hours. A mockingbird was singing in the tree. On the fire before them brewed a pot of coffee. All at once the old man said to me, do you remember sitting on the front porch after supper? Do you remember when I peeled the rainbow apples from our tree? Yes, I remember, for I'd sit and wait with wild anticipation as I would listen to the stories you told me. The sun was sinking low and the darkness jogged my memory. All at once the older man said, son, it's time to go. Then a tear ran down my cheek as I saw my daddy smiling. Those memories made me love him so. Do you remember sitting on this very rock while fishing? Do you remember all the good old stories you would tell to me? Yes, I remember, for time has placed its hand upon my shoulder, and I know how sweet a memory can be. Memories, memories, yes, I know how sweet a memory can be. On five-string banjo, you have a young fella from West Virginia. His name is Darrell Sanders, and he's written a nice song called the Martinsburg March.
Now don't stray far, neighbors. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We're up here at the Smoky Shadows Lodge in Maggie Valley, North Carolina. I'm here with Don Petty and Brian Bowers, and we're going to play an old tune called Stewart's Longbow. Once again, Bill Harrell and the Virginians.
I found out a long time ago that in bluegrass music, gospel music is greatly appreciated. It happens to be some of our favorite kind of music in our field. Paul Atkins will join me in a duet. He's a new Virginian and just doing a great job. Let the Savior in. There's a stranger at the door. Let him in. He has been there oft before. Let him in. Let him in ere he is gone. Let him in, the Holy One, Jesus Christ the Father's Son. Let him in. Open now to him your heart. Let him in. If you wait, he will depart. Let him in. Let him in. He is your friend. He your soul will sure defend. He will keep you till the end. Let the Savior in. Let the Savior in. Hear you now his loving voice. Let him in. Now, now make him your choice. Let him in. He is standing at your door. joy to you he will restore, and his name you will adore. Let the Savior in, let the Savior in. Now watch the Green Valley Cloggers.
Well, it's been great having you with us here on Fire on the Mountain. We want to thank the Green Valley Cloggers and Bill Harrell and the Virginians. Give them a big hand. That's bluegrass music, yeah? We're going to close out with an old Irish tune that's played in the Southern Mountains called The Red Hair Boy. Kick it off, Carl.